Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new YouTube series of mine on a board game called Silent Victory U.S. Submarines in the Pacific. Essentially, it is a simulator board game where you play as a submarine captain, and throughout the game, basically, you go on these patrols that are all randomly generated where you end up, and you're trying to sink as many Japanese ships as you can. And you've got all these encounters that you can potentially do, and all these ships that you need to sink, and all of you have a certain amount of torpedoes you can go out with each time. And if your ship gets sunk, then that's it. You're dead and you've lost the game. So I'll explain the game more as we play. It seems complicated at first with all these placement mats and all that, but it's actually pretty simple once you get used to it. It's definitely not as complex as other war games can be at times. So, everyone, we will get started right away. So, I picked the Poise submarine class. You have a total of 9 submarines you can play as in the game, all with different specs and torpedo amounts and stuff like that. And we, with the Porpoise, are going to be starting on December 1941 up here. And that means we'll be able to sink more ships throughout the war, but and have better chances at the beginning. But at the same time, we're going to start with a pretty sucky submarine. We have a very limited torpedo capacity. Our actual hull is pretty small, so we've got less hit points than others. We don't necessarily start out with radar yet, and yeah, it's just we've got a lot of engines, which is pretty nice, but we've got pretty bad deck gun. Overall, this is going to be a submarine we're going to have to kind of be careful with. We shouldn't expect to win any major medals within our first couple of patrols. But yeah, and again, our torpedoes, Mark 14s, all start out being terrible, absolutely terrible in the war. So we're going to have a hard time sinking ships in the beginning, I think, unless we can get pretty lucky. And in the beginning, there will be a lot of luck involved. So with the Porpoise, we roll a 1d10 to figure out whether we are based at the beginning of the war in Pearl Harbor or in Australia. And I rolled a 6, which puts us in the Philippines. So when you start in the Philippines at the start of the war, you actually start, or when you start in Australia, I mean, you start out on a patrol around the Philippines. So we are going to get right into it. So the way you work these patrols is you roll 2d6s. Here is the encounter chart. So I'll roll both of them right here. And I rolled an 8. So for, is that one right? Or is it? Yeah, it's this one. So for an 8, we go to Philippines. Now 8, nothing. So we move on to the next one, and then we'll roll again. We rolled an 11 this time. Philippines, 11. Oh, nothing. Got close to a convoy, which would have been good. All right, now another one. We rolled a 10, which is a convoy. Ooh, awesome. So for this, you actually roll to see what types of ships you get and what ship it is exactly. So I am going to roll all of that up really quick, and I will show you all what ships we end up rolling to see if we can sink them. So I will be right back, you guys. All right, guys, I'm back. So I actually tried rolling to night. I rolled a daytime that's the first thing you usually do. Here you have the order of everything. So first, you roll a d6 for day or night, and I rolled day, which is bad, and I'll explain later. But basically, I tried to roll to see if I could switch to night and basically follow the ships until nighttime occurs, and we didn't get it. It's a 1 out of 4 roll. So if you get 1 through 4, you get it, and if you get a 5 or 6, you lose the ships. And once you get radar, it's a 1 through 5 where you are successfully able to follow them. But essentially, I didn't even roll the ships yet. I was seeing if I could switch to night first. But we weren't able to, so I'm going to have to keep rolling. So that stinks. Convoys are good ways to get ships. Oh, I actually just rolled 2 double 6s. Ooh, which is aircraft. But first, you actually get a random event. If I roll it again, then I would have gotten aircraft. But let's see. This could be good or bad. We rolled a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Crew illness. So, most of the boat's crew is sick from food poisoning or bad water. All 2-hit die rolls are made at a +1 for the remainder of the patrol. Oh, that's not good. So all of our pretty much when we're shooting at ships, it's going to be more difficult to actually hit them. So that stinks. Yeah, so we have a sick crew. That's funny. Literally the first month of the war, our crew is sick. So let's see. We rolled a 4. Nothing. Ooh, that's not going to be good if we come back empty-handed. We rolled a 5. Oh, we don't have SJ, so that also comes up empty-handed. So no ships. We lost the ships we were supposed to find. Alright, we made it through. First transit zone. For the transit zones, it's only on a 2 or a 12 that you actually encounter any events. So, yep, our first patrol was actually a failure. You fail a patrol if you don't get any ships sank. So, not great. Although it's better than losing my ship and dying, which I could have done from attacking that convoy during the day. If you attack convoys with Mark 14, or if you attack ships with Mark 14 torpedoes during the day, you have a higher chance of getting detected when they're trying to depth charge you. So that, I didn't really want to risk that, especially with my sucky submarine. So already, we failed our first patrol. So I'm going to type in all this stuff really quick. Our December 1941 patrol, fail. Philippines, perfect. Alright, so I don't believe we haven't done a successful patrol yet, so we don't get any of these yet. No, we don't get a battle star or anything else. So it takes, where is our thing? Here it is. So December, it takes 1 month regardless of damage or torpedoes or anything like that, for your ship to be refitted. So we are now in February of 1942. Let's see where we're gonna go. I rolled a 7. On our chart over here for Australian boat patrol assignments in 1942, we're at the Philippines again. So another Philippines mission. I'll write that. Oh. There we go. I think I'm spelling that right. Oh, I'm missing a P. There we go. Yeah. My college roommate wouldn't be too happy with that. He's Filipino, and I spelled his home country wrong. That's funny. Anyway, so let's get started then. We don't need to refill our torpedoes or anything like that. So let's move into the transit zone. 7, nothing on a 7. Nothing on a 10. Now, how about, I guess I should have moved him first. Go on that. So we rolled a 7 for this first one. Philippines. Ship and escort. Okay, so this will be a good opportunity to show what it's like to roll for everything. For first, I roll for day or night. Roll a 1, that's daytime. Next, determine ship size. So, at here, we're going to roll a 1d6 to see if the ship is small or big. 5. Ooh, it's a big ship. That's good for us. Next, we're going to see what chart it's on. Chart A. And now we're going to roll 2 d10s to see which ship it is exactly on here. So I rolled a 49. Oh, that's a big one. It's the 10,100 ton Kyokuho Maru. Kyokuho Maru. So I'm going to write that in my notebook really quick. Target 100100. T for tanker. Kyokuho Maru. All right. Now we're going to roll for the escort quality. This is an optional rule. So here we go. We rolled a 3, so he's trained. So not any specific differences. So here is R. It was a large tanker. Here he is. All right, so it is daytime. I'm going to stay submerged, but I am going to fire my torpedoes at the target. So I'm going to fire all 4 of them. All right, now let's attack with our torpedoes. So here we go. 2. Oh, here first. I'll show you the chart we use. So over here, we need a 7 or less for a hit when we're at medium range. And any modifiers, we're using MK 14s. So I rolled a 5 on my first one, so it hits. Awesome. Now let's see. Oh, I'll check if they're all duds at the end. So there's one hit. Second one's a miss. All right. Ooh, I rolled a 7 on that one. That's a hit. Ooh, rolled a 5 on that one. That's a hit. We've got 3 hits. Now we have to, here's the date modifier. So if you roll a 1 through 4, it's a dud. So we have to get a 5 or a 6 for one of these to count. Oh, we got a 6. That's 1. 1's a dud. Oh, and we got a 5. Oh, we got lucky there. Awesome. So we got 2 hits there. I wasn't expecting that. All right, now we roll for damage. So I'm going to roll both of these dice then. A 1 and a 6. So the 1 will give us 4 damage, and the 6 will give us 5 damage. So with that, I think that's enough to sink it with just those 2 torpedoes. Yeah, we did 6 damage, and he took 4 damage to sink. So that's really good news. We've sunk the ship, but it's not over yet. Now we have to survive. We have to either evade detection, or if we get detected, survive it. So unmodified, we roll an 8 or less, but then when we add Mark 14 torpedo during the day, that's going to make it a +1 to our die roll. So we have, it's really going to be 7 or less. So let's see if we can get lucky. Oh, we rolled a 9. So we're detected. All right, so let's see how many hits they get against us. Oh, it rolled 2d6. That's right. I rolled a 6. So they're going to get 1 hit, I think. Yep. So now we put 1 hit on the incoming hits on sub. And now we're going to roll 2 1d6s. We got a 24. That's our AA gun. So our AA gun has been damaged. I can deal with that. It's not bad. Alright, and that's the end of our hits, since they only hit us once. So now we are going to have on our next detection, we're going to have a 6 or less undetected. A 6 or less roll we'd need, because we'd have Mark 14 torpedo and previously detected. So I am actually going to go down to test depth, which is essentially I'm maneuvering my submarine down further into the ocean than it should go and trying to avoid their detections. And basically that gives you 1 hull damage when you do that. So I don't have to roll for it now, but if I do it again, it'll start to be dangerous. So that should give us the same chances we had last time. Oh, we rolled a 4. Oh, we got it. We're not detected. So, perfect. We would have actually been okay if we didn't go down to test depth, but it's just a safety precaution. We might as well when we have no hull damage on us already. So with that, usually after that you could go back to trying to sink whatever ship you're fighting or trying to sink, but we already sank it and we successfully escaped. So I get to add this ship to my tonnage, and we can go back home now if we want with that ship, saying with that ship in our records, basically saying we sank it. So we do not have, oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. But anyway, we don't fail the mission now, which is awesome, unless our submarine gets sunk. So add those torpedoes. Good. We're going to see if we can fix the anti-aircraft now. I rolled a 3. If our engineer can, I mean. Here it is. Ooh, if I rolled a... It had to be a 1 or 2. So it is now inoperable for the rest of the mission. Alright. Well, with that, we're going to move on to the next spot and roll to see if we have any encounters. We rolled a 5. Alright, we don't have SJ radar yet, so we're going to have to keep going. In this one, we roll twice. 6. Nothing. We roll again. 5. That's nothing. Go into this one. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Rolled another 6. That's nothing. Oh my gosh, another 6. I keep getting all these different variations of 6s. That's annoying. So, back to transit. We rolled an 8. Finally something that's not a 6. So let's go back down to transit. And another 8. A different variation of 8. I guess those are some of the most common numbers you can get. So, oh well, just one ship for us, but a big boy. So I am more than happy with that. But with this, now that we are home, we get to go into the repair and refitting part of the game. So basically, we're going to refit our submarine. I'm just going to throw the torpedoes back on. It's going to take us plus another month, and then we get to repair these parts for free, up to 2 of them. So if we have, like, say, 2 damaged parts, they get to be repaired for free on top of whatever else you have. So really, it's just 2 months we'll be here since we had plus 1 hull damage. So our next mission is going to be in May, because we have the 1 month mandatory and then plus 1 month for repair, refitting, repairing. So our next is going to be in May, but we need to check and see if we got any promotions or anything like that. So let's see. We get a battle star in a second. Oh, here it is. We get the first thing we get is this one, the submarine. What is it called? Submarine Combat Patrol Insignia. Perfect. And we also get a battle star. for a successful patrol. They go in their own little corner. So, everyone, with that, that is the end of this this patrol, and I'm gonna say that's the end of the episode. So everyone, I'll add up the tonnage off screen, but I hope you liked the video. I'm excited to turn this into a new series. Again, I was getting a little burnt out on the last game we were playing, the D-Day at Omaha Beach game. So I'm excited to be playing something new for a change. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys like this new series, and let me know if you have any suggestions or if I'm doing any of the rules wrong. So I will see you guys in the next one, and see you next.